The September the 11th attacks had a significant effect on the global markets, causing Wall Street to close until September the 17th. The economic effects arising from September the 11th resulted in $40 billion of insurance losses, making it one of the largest insurance events of all time. Joining me on the line to discuss is Dr. Christoph Sievers from Sievers Development. So Christopher, welcome to the studios.
Welcome, Jessica. Thank you very much for having me today.
So Christopher, tell us, how do you think the reactions from 9/11 have altered investors' implementations?
Well, I was for many years, for almost 25 years, working with Swiss Re, the global reinsurance company that insured the two World Trade Centers at the time. And what happened then was that through the double attack on both towers, there was a big loss to the owner, Larry Silverstein, who then claimed $7.5 billion from insurers, saying there were two different events. Now, insurance and reinsurers actually claimed there was only one event, one terrorist attack involving two planes. And there was a long litigation issue of about 2.5 years between Silverstein and reinsurers. They then settled after 2.5 years with a $2 billion out-of-court settlement, adding altogether $4.55 billion to the reinvestment of Silverstein for the two towers. Swiss Re, as the most or biggest reinsurer, paid $878 million at the time. Now, what did reinsurers do? They, of course, were improving the definitions of the event clause, saying that whenever there is a terrorist attack or a similar case, only one event should happen or be accounted for during a 72-hour period.
And in regards to insurance, do you think this kind of attack could happen again? And how have banks and insurance companies reacted?
Well, of course, insurers and banks have strongly improved their risk management. They are making entry controls and they are surveying the buildings much more stringently. Further, they are not placing their operations in one big tower any longer. They would spread it out in different locations, and they would have a business continuity management which allows them to master whatever happens out of an event or an attack to one of the building sites. As an interesting detail, in the new One World Trade Center, which I could visit with my children last month, UBS is no longer as it used to be as Swiss Bank in the old building. Last but not least, there is a lot of public debate on how to prevent attacks from happening.
And Christopher, what is the perception of risk in society today?
Well, there's a number of efforts to improve risk perception. And one interesting initiative is the Global Risk Report issued by the Swiss Economic Forum, or the Economic Forum, the World Economic Forum, run by Mr. Schwab. There they asked 900 people for their opinion as regards risk perception and risk likelihood and impact from one single major event. A global risk is defined as an uncertain event or condition that, if it occurs, can cause significant negative impact for several countries or industries within the next 10 years. Now, the latest report, edition number 10 of 2015, names as likelihood actually again the interstate conflict, failure of natural governance, state collapse or crisis, data fraud or theft, and cyber attack. So, as opposed to the last years where there were more economical topics, now again, global likelihood for interstate conflict numbers first. When you look at the impact, they see weapons of mass destruction, interstate conflict, critical information, infrastructure breakdown, or fiscal crisis as man-made factors to big losses to insurance companies. So this risk perception has also been emphasized in the recent talk by Mr. Sen from Zurich Insurance, one of the largest insurance groups in the world, who said with risk perception and risk dialogue, insurers and of course also banks want to improve the state of the affairs.
Well, Christopher, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you, Jessica. I was very pleased to do so, and I hope 9/11 never ever happens again because of the tragedy involved and of the losses to mankind which we have experienced. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, thank you. And thank you for watching. For all the latest Ducoscopy updates, do keep clicking back. Goodbye for now.